Hi Virgo, welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot and welcome to your mid-month love reading for January. This reading is generally about a month long in energy and specifically for relationships. So it doesn't have to be romantic relationships. It could be friendships, family members, co-workers, but it is between you and another person's energy. So what I'm going to do is pick some cards for you, pick some cards for them, take a look at the energy within the relationship and what lessons we're learning and maybe a desired outcome. What I do want to focus on for you guys today, and what's really important to remember during this mid-month process, is that we have a lot of Uranus activation this month. Now, it works really well for you. There's a lot of energy, there's a lot of trines coming in for Virgo, which is super positive energy. But I do want to warn people that trines can make you a little bit lazy. They can make you actually pass up opportunities. So pay attention to where things normally come very easily to you and make sure that you're not missing any opportunities coming your way. Sometimes a trine can make you feel like you don't really have to put in the work. And therefore you don't achieve exactly what you wanted to achieve. So just pay attention to that and pay attention to your energy levels. When Uranus comes into major activations, there's generally a lot of restlessness. Our intuition is telling us that big changes are occurring within our own lives, within the collective. It's very hard to stay grounded, and especially as Mars reaches a culmination point and conjuncts Uranus. This could even be somewhat explosive. So I'm trying to explain to all of the signs that it's super important this month to stay grounded and to stay in the moment. You have to remember that these are transits. They're meant to shape you, to change you, to see things from different perspectives, but you don't have to stay there, and it's not going to be like this forever. You have the tools and you have the wisdom. 2020 has put us through so much that even the aggravation, the frustration, the delays, they are all a part of action that we have been wishing for quite some time. So it's really important to frame things that way. It's also really important to make sure that your mental health is a priority, okay? It might be a really good time to, I'm not saying delete friends because of their political views, but maybe silence them on social media. Make things a little bit safer for your alchemical process, okay? If you feel restless, overwhelmed, can't sleep, super nervous, make sure that you're paying attention to the energy that you're absorbing. Are you watching too much news? Is there too many political conversations going on around you? Not to say these things aren't important. Of course they are, but we don't have to be consumed by them all day. That's going to really activate that Mars-Uranus feeling of dread almost, or fear. It could cause a lot of higher active nervousness. Now, the other big thing going on this month is these luminaries. You had a full moon in Cancer, which is an 11th house transit, moving into a new moon in Capricorn, conjunct Pluto, and kind of on the same point that we activated the Saturn-Pluto-Jupiter transit 1 year ago on January 12th, when 2020 really began. So yes, it's a culmination period. It's a sombering period. It's asking you to look back at 2020, look where you're at now, and see how far you've come. See how much you've been able to overcome. Everything that we've been fearing or dreading probably already happened for the most part, and now we have to step into this new strength, what we became throughout the process. Now, let's get into these cards to get some further information. I'm kind of being a little bit more impromptu with these mid-month readings. I always like to make them a little bit more creative. So I did not lay out cards specifically yet. We're just going to see where these cards take us. Got a little story. Now I'm pulling cards for your energy right now, Virgo. Yeah. Okay. So we have an Eight of Pentacles, a Queen of Wands, and the Lover's card. And I like this energy for you. I actually really like this energy for you. Now remember I said watch out because a trine can make you lazy. And I see this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Meaning that there's not a lot of work that needs to be done right now. You know, if you are in a position where you're, you know, slaying it 15 hours a day in the office, this isn't the opportune energy for you to be in. Now, it's not to say that you shouldn't work, but it's to say that you're productive in your downtime as well. Queen of Wands is super intuitive. Queen of Wands is really in tune with the flow of where we're going next. So these two cards together tell me that you're inviting change. Maybe you've been putting work into something, a relationship, a project, a job, you know, but whatever it is, you don't feel as though it's gotten you to where you want to be. The Queen of Wands is super determined and super ambitious. She's got goals, she has standards, she has things that she wants to get done. And I think the Eight of Pentacles is maybe other people around you that aren't cooperating. They're not keeping their head down. They're not working. This could be relationships that aren't working. But definitely, because I know about this Uranus coming in, I know that there's stuff happening that's going to kind of break this up. So maybe this is just you kind of being disconnected from your typical schedule and routine. You know, Eight of Pentacles is kind of the automatic doing. It's the dishes, it's the folding the laundry, it's the grocery shopping every Saturday kind of thing. And I think the Queen of Wands is starting to really invite change into her life. What's the bigger picture? What do I want? What do I want to achieve next? What fits me better? There's almost a creative energy, like Virgo wants to recreate their life. They are hungry for change. And emphasis on the Lovers could mean you're putting a high value on relationships at this time. Maybe things have been about your career for a while, or maybe you've been trying to work things out in one relationship and then you come to terms with the fact that that's just not going to work. And now you're in this Lover's energy, which is all about choices and decisions, and it's all about how our energy affects other people. This is really about, what do you want? What do you want to create next? Now, the energy for the person or thing that you are dealing with right now. Ooh, this Four of Pentacles card came out and I immediately felt selfish. I heard the word selfish in my head. Now, it doesn't have to be, but let's take a look and see what comes out. Obviously, the Four of Pentacles is a card of holding on. Now, this could be somebody who's kind of greedy, in that lack mentality, saving a lot. Maybe they're saving a lot of money, not wanting to do the big things. Maybe you want to make big changes and they do not. Now, they're also coming out in a Three of Cups. So there could be, with the Three of Cups, somebody that wants to... yeah, okay. So we got these three cards together, and the way that I'm interpreting this intuitively is there's a reconnection or a reconciliation with somebody, or an opportunity to. Three of Cups is a pretty social card, so it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be running into old friends, opportunity to see new people, or it's just the wanting or the needing to be with other people, spend time together, enjoy each other. But this in between, this energy of wanting to come together in an emotional way with other people, is a Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Now, I see a Three of Cups, and sometimes I feel like other people are just a little too involved in this person's decision making. Maybe there's people in their environment that are kind of giving them advice. You know, Three of Cups doesn't always have to be a third-party situation like an affair or somebody being deceitful or hurtful towards you. It could just be a lot of people saying, no, do this, be here, don't do that, don't get committed. And I feel like this person's being pulled in a couple of directions. 9 of Swords is not a comfortable energy. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of fear and anxiety over what's going to come next. The thing about this is when I see a 4 of Pentacles and a 9 of Swords together, clearly there's an energy of not wanting something to come out, not wanting something to be revealed. Maybe there's a fear that this person has that other people are going to influence you in some way. Maybe you're going to hear something they don't want you to hear. Maybe there's a truth. Not seeing the moon come out yet, but this does feel like a very Uranus type of energy of worry. It doesn't feel like your energy, Virgo. In fact, you seem to be okay with whatever happens. There's an element within that Queen of Wands that however this situation unfolds, you know in your heart and your soul that you will still be okay. You still have your stuff. But I feel like your person is flailing a little bit, feeling a little bit out of control. Let's pull some cards on the energy between you two, or the energy of the relationship itself. Go. Is there anything else? Okay. 3 of Wands means whatever this is between you two, there's been waiting. Now, I always say with my 3 of Wands, I prefer a 2 of Wands. I prefer a 2 of Wands because it's much more creative. 3 of Wands, there's a feeling of, wow, it's taking forever, you know? There's not a lot of abundance around this person. It's dry, it's desert-like, it's not very conducive, and it's not very friendly. 3 of Wands can kind of, with the Rider-Waite traditional deck to me, can kind of mean that hope is starting to run a little bit low. Maybe you're waiting for this person to kind of get their shit together. Maybe you're waiting for this person to kind of step into their potential. Now, the advice, okay, they actually want me to use the Light Seers Tarot deck. Let's see. What does Spirit have as far as advice for this? Yeah, I feel so much tense energy coming from this side of the table. A lot of worry about what you're going to hear, what you're going to think, how you're going to react. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm just going to take these 3. Actually, it came out to be 4. Okay, so the advice, we've got the Judgment card, the 8 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. We also had the 5 of Swords kind of fall out on its side. This is pretty indicative to me of a breaking point. When the Judgment card comes out, it's definitely a waking up moment. And with this, I feel like Virgo is kind of waking up to their priorities. Now, I say that because the Judgment card is next to the 8 of Pentacles. There might be a different priority for you right now. There might be a shift. Maybe you want to take all this relationship stuff and set it to the side and start really focusing on your career, on your finances, on your money, your stability, your self-reliance in some way. 8 of Pentacles is super creative, although it's also super responsible. Now, I'm not lost on the fact that the 8 of Pentacles appears in the reverse up here, and here it's upright. And I think this is really all about balance for Virgo. If you're pouring so much into making a relationship work, then chances are other things in your life are kind of being ignored. And I think January and I think All of this trining energy to this, in this earthly element, is really bringing you back to your core, Virgo. What's important? What do you need to survive? If other people, regardless of your love for them, it doesn't mean that you don't love them, but if they can't get their shit together, you can't allow it to pull you down with them, okay? The idea here, and again with this Three of Cups, is a holding of space. If this person has some healing to do, some issues to kind of iron out, the Three of Wands tells me that you can allow them the space, you can allow them the distance and the freedom to kind of fix what they have going on while you focus on yourself, on your goals. Queen of Wands is super future oriented. She wants to know what's coming. She wants to create the new things. It's very entrepreneurial as well. Maybe you've been wanting to start your own business or start a new hobby or take a class, and yet you've been going through so much drama with this other person. And I feel as though this other person has been kind of draining you or taking you away from what you should be paying attention to right now. Judgment card and the Eight of Pentacles is a reset. It's a reset of your focus. It's a reset of your priorities. And because this Five of Swords is coming out like this, ultimately, I think intuitively, High Priestess, you're starting to see what's pulling at you, what's productive and what isn't. Pay real close attention, Virgo, to how you feel. If you're in the presence of somebody that makes you feel chaotic or overwhelmed, this is not a healthy situation and it needs time and space to fix itself. The High Priestess tells me to tune into yourself. A lot of times throughout this month, and especially as Mars meets Uranus, and you're getting a full moon in your 12th house at the very end of January, this is really big stuff. This means that you're tuning into your intuition. There could be some serious downloads that come in, just like I said with the trines. Make sure that you're listening. Make sure your eyes and your ears are open to opportunities. High Priestess means you have to be super intelligent this month with what the universe is kind of creating and handing to you. And you can't be distracted by Five of Swords kind of stuff, the drama, other people's worries, other people's stresses, people making you feel not good enough, like you don't qualify, like you didn't do enough. There's a lot of almost people making Virgo feel guilty, like, why aren't you here for me? Why aren't you helping me figure this out? And Virgo, Queen of Wands, because I got my own stuff. I really need to focus on me right now. I felt a big turn with Virgos lately. I felt a big turn where they start to step into this power of really doing or being what they are for themselves. Now let's take a look at an outcome for this relationship. Because you feel like you're taking some time out for yourself, see what's happening is this person is kind of being forced to grow up. Seven of Swords in reverse and a King of Pentacles. If there was some shady nonsense going on, this person needs to step up. Now, King of Pentacles is super reliable, super sturdy. This is a person that has their finances together. This is a person that can help support you. Also a person that values probably the same things that you value. They're a little bit more traditional. They're a little bit more thrifty. If you are somebody that values saving money, this person is learning how to value and manage their money as well. If you are somebody that values loyalty in a relationship, this person is starting to realize how important loyalty is in a relationship. Seven of Swords in reverse. They're going to come out of this self-sabotaging mode. If you are dealing with somebody, Virgo, who has been in some sort of an overindulgence phase, maybe just super selfish, maybe spending a little too much money, maybe drinking too much, eating really unhealthy, I mean, whatever it is, it can go on a scale of 1 to 10, you know. These things are being corrected, but they're being corrected because you're inspiring them. And I think this is all about the boundaries you've learned to set for yourself, Virgo. Like, okay, this is unacceptable for me. if you're going to act this way, if you're going to do these things, if you're not going to be honest or upfront about stuff, I'm just going to kind of go do my own thing. I'm not really worried about you, and I'm not here to fix you. It's almost as if Virgo woke up one day and she was free from the need to fix other people. The value of being able to pour all of that energy back into yourself and make yourself a priority really does serve the other people in your life 10 times more than you kind of doing the stuff for them. I'm really loving this energy for Virgo. I do want to pick a couple oracle cards for you guys kind of quickly. I'm trying to keep these mid-months short. I just did Taurus, which was really super, super long, but that doesn't surprise me when you have Mars and Uranus conjunct in your sign. It's going to kind of be a month. For you guys, this feels a lot smoother. I don't think there's a lot of drama attached in this at all. In fact, I think there is almost a separation from the drama. I don't think anybody or anything is going to hold Virgo back from their standards, their morals, their ethics, and how they want relationships to go. You're kind of setting the tone for how other people react to you. Virgo's really stepping into, card number 6, not for you. I actually want to read this to you guys. This is a pretty profound card. Now, whenever I see 6, I think of the heart opening. It doesn't mean that relationships are coming together. Sometimes your heart has to open for yourself to see your own value. Let's take a look. Oh man, this coming out next to the High Priestess. Wow. Card number 6, not for you. A clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to it to be in the game, and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. Some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is so obvious from the beginning, but yet the red flags escape your observation, or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you're the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. This is Virgo knowing her worth. This is Virgo knowing what she's willing to put up with. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a no forever. Maybe, like I said, there's an element here of this person kind of stepping up, but they're not going to step up if you're in this mode of being super forgiving and helping them and fixing them. You know, if this isn't a partner, there's a good chance this is a child. This is maybe an older teenager child or young adult that's you really have to let go and start following your stuff and kind of let them figure their stuff out. All right, I'm going to pull a couple of these cards for you, and then we'll close it off. What is Virgo learning from this experience? Virgo learning from this experience. Woo! Got a flyer. And 1 second, let me grab that. Perseverance. I know that I could do whatever I set my mind to. Virgo, I don't know if you realize how much you're going to take off when you stop putting energy into this thing. I think your energy levels are going to increase. Look, there's something about this relationship that's really dragging you and your focus down. And when you let go, when you make the choice that this has got to be about you now, Queen of Wands, when you make that choice, like there's a whole nother version of you that appears, perseverance. Now make sure that you're pointing that perseverance in the right place. You can't fix other people, you can't change other people, so you might as well do it for yourself. Now this card came out as well. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yeah, you can't fix it for people. You can't fix people's lives. They've got to do it for themselves, Virgo. And then I want to actually grab, what am I feeling? I'll pick you a Universe Got Your Back card. Man, I feel like this is a period of real empowerment for Virgo. Very cool reading. I'm glad I was able to get this one in for you guys. Okay. I really do love these cards. When I lean towards love, I am led. There's paths that are opening up towards you. You have to love yourself. And I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. This has definitely been something that's pushing you to recognize your own strength. This is a beautiful energy of self-reliance and knowing that regardless of how things settle down, you've got you. All right, Virgo, super powerful reading. I love it. Just remember the next month, things are going to change and they're for your greater good. So allow them to happen. Make yourself important. It's not your job to fix other people. It's their job to fix themselves and step up if they're going to be a part of your life. If not, there's a lot of better things out there that you could do with your time and energy. So please keep that in mind this month. Guys, I'm going to be back in February for your February readings. February is going to be a pretty tumultuous month as well, both in your personal lives and in the collective for sure. Once we get to like the second week in March, I really do feel like things are going to calm down. So I just want everyone to understand that we are really getting there. I know it's hard right now. I know things are crazy. But please know that somewhere very shortly down the line, we're going to get a little bit of reprieve. There's going to be some happy stuff that comes in. Miracles are going to start to show up for us. So please, please keep the faith in these hard times. Virgos, I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful month, and I'll see you soon. Bye.